Welcome back to another week, y'all. Dude, this is a fun one here this week. So, we are coming up now on really the big update coming here in a couple of days for Varlamore Part 3. And I am so stoked. I have literally been just stocking up on stuff for the fletching activity because I know everybody's kind of hit or miss on if they want a fletching activity or not. But I have loved all the mini games that come out. Guardians of the Rift, people hate it. I enjoy it. Yes, it gets annoying. Everything does in this game. That's why we always come back, right? But all in all, dude, I am so freaking stoked for this update and all the new things that come with it. With Slayer, they just released out that new Slayer update. So if you haven't seen that, go check out the blog. I'll put a link to it down low. But all that to be said, not only are we coming up on that big update, but this also marks now, this account has been around for 1 full year now. So this group Ironman literally all started a year ago. And naturally with all group Ironman, we've already lost one member. Says he's coming back. We're just stocking stuff up for him for when he comes back. And then you have Brian and I left. So really the trio became a duo. But Nathan's always good for a comeback at some point. Just how often is he going to play? But either way, man, we are still absolutely loving the grind here and enjoying every minute of it. But I wanted to take a second just to take a look at where we have come from a year ago. So pulling up our stats here, if you take a look down here, we are rocking it out with, 299s with 99 strength and 99 fire making. We are on our way towards 99 magic. We have, look at that, 7k away from getting to 93 magic. On our way to 99 hit points. So we are really rocking it really here. The lowest skill that we have is going to be Herb Lore because that was Brian's skill to tackle. And that's at 74, which really isn't that low comparatively. I mean, look at my prayer is almost 74, 75. Hunter's down there, fletching's down there, but that's going to take a huge bump up here once this activity comes out. So really, we're working our way towards base 80s. But yeah, dude, we have come a long way. And here in a full year, we have actually gone through and played a total of 69 days and 14 hours. Total level at 1953. And our combat levels at 116, dude. So not too bad for living the dad life and still working and still getting time to play this game. But I figured with all that being said, not to mention all of the quests complete. That'll have to be re-updated soon. But with all that to be said, I figured what better time than to go ahead and set some goals here for our next fiscal year, if you will. You know, I know a lot of guys go January to December. But dude, we're just going to do this year by year on how we do it. So what are our goals for the next year? I'm going to throw these up here on the screen for you because I came up with quite a few of them that I really wanted to try to knock out and have something for all of us to look over. I say all of us, for me to kind of try to highlight and make sure that I'm hitting as I'm doing these things. So I've divided these things up into 2 sections. We've got items we want to get and goals that we want to shoot towards. And this gives us something to kind of range out towards us. So on the left side here, we are still looking for that full crystal armor. We are going to then look towards the serpentine helm and the blowpipe and really learn that grind. Ava's assembler is on there. Good lord, if you could say that right. We want to get at least 2 tormented synapses, so that way we can get the Ember Light as well as the, what is that thing called? The Demon Bane bow. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on what it's called. But we want to get that too. And I was thinking about it today. We also kind of want to get the third, but those are the 2 main ones we want to get. 3 Zenites, so we can finish out those. Plus, we're super dry on those right now, so that'd be great to be spooned. The Mage and the Archer's Ring, we need to go ahead and get that. Dragon Pickaxe is still on there. Dragon Hunter Wand we want to get, especially with this new Dragon Slayer task mix-up, if you will. If you haven't seen that, again, go check out the blog. It's going to be awesome. I'm just saying. 150 rune dragon task. Let's freaking go. Dragon Warhammer, we got that in there. We're still working towards there. And then eventually we want to get that Light Bearer ring. So working towards all these items are some of our top 10 that we want to get. Moving on from there, there's activities and things we want to do. So 1, easy and medium combat achievements. That's going to go up there. We want to try to start working towards getting that ticked off. Eventually, we want to go completionist, right? That's what everybody wants to go, but baby steps, right? We're only a year into this account, and everybody knows a good RuneScape account is like 30 years old. We want to finish up all of our diaries. We are actually getting pretty dang close to the diaries here. So if we flip over here, you can take a look. So we have got quite a few here. We've got the Lumberage and Drainer Elite already done. We saw that the other day. But we're getting close on Karamaja. And I think, what is it that's left on here? 91 Rune Crafting. That's going to hold us up. 87 Herblore. That freaking blows chunks. But yeah, so we'll get towards those. We will be boosting for a lot of these things. Fremenic, I think that's one we're going to try to knock out pretty quickly. Yeah, all we have left is to go ahead and do our Astral Runes there, as well as cut a Dragonstone Amulet and the Furnace. So that's literally 2 things left. Both we have the levels for. And then I think Valador is the other one that we can do as well. Elite. 88 Rune Crafting I can boost. 91 Farming I can boost. 80 Agility I think I can boost. 81 Herblore. Where are we at? 74. So we got to do a little bit more Herblore grinding, and then we can boost to that as well. But yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of these things coming up here with the combat achievements. So we're going to start working towards getting all of our combat achievements collected there. I think that'll be a huge helper there. I've always enjoyed doing that. Also, we want to get our collection log stuff up. Half the fun of the Ironman is the collection log life, man. So we are going to hit that and run with it. Right now we are at 338. There's a grand total of 1594 with this new update. That's just going to go up, obviously. So I said 1,000. That's a good starting point. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 in a year. We may be. Lofty goals, man. Lofty goals win big prizes, though. We also want to get access to World 361. If you don't know what that means, that's a 2,000 total level right there. But back in the day, you made it when you hung out in World 361. So we're going back, bro. That's a throwback if you guys have been playing for a while. And then we're going to start getting back into these. So like I mentioned, 99 magic, we're shooting for that. 94 crafting, so we can make all these Z Knights. We're going for there. 99 HP, we're getting close. 91 rune crafting, that's so we can go in here and complete all these diaries, make double natures. And then we are going to re-earn that quest cape because we got that brand new, what is it, master, whatever quest that's coming up. Plus they said there's going to be some other little ones that you don't know about. And then the music cape, baby. Nobody ever gets that. I got it on my last account. I had a blast getting it. It's fun trying to get all those things unlocked. We're going for it again. So I know those last 2 are kind of like items, but I'd say they're bigger goals. So yeah, this is everything we're going for, guys. So as we go through this next year, we will be crossing these things off of what I am calling the honeydew list, because every dad knows that there is a massive honeydew list. For instance, I was going to put this whole video out. Well, I was going to record this whole video a week ago. We had our other honeydew list that had to get done. So we're bringing the honeydew list to RuneScape. Stick around. Let's see what we got up to this week and start checking off some boxes.
In a world where one man pretends to be a woman meets another man pretending to be a woman meets another man who's a man?
Yeah, y'all know they changed that quest. We could have all been guys.
Together, these 3 come to create the GIM Nobility, where they progress their accounts to become the next Master Ironman group. This is Spicy Iron Adventures.
Okay, I'm about to rat myself out over here, but this is how far behind I am right now on making these videos for y'all. And so I'm actually having to put these things out weeks in advance, but this morning was the official release of the Clue Scroll stacking. So, good and bad with it. I will say, I thought this was going to be a way for us to be able to, like, put the clues back in a box, if you will, like the clue boxes. So that way if we got stuck on a step, we could then move on. That's not the case. You cannot do that. I still am going to have to drop the Master Scroll to use the next ones, but what I can do is I can at least juggle them. So at least I can still get the next Master Clue Scroll and then continue working on it while I try to. But we went ahead today. We were doing a little bit of AFK. We did get to our next milestone of 90 attack there. So that was pretty awesome. But while we were doing that, we were just shooting Naguas while we were AFK. So we were able to try to stack up on these because I really wanted to see how these Clue Scrolls stacked. So, with that being said, drum roll, please. There better be a Black Dragon mask in one of these. Garbage. I was just gonna, whatever, yeah. Even worse garbage. And garbage. Ladies and gentlemen, hard clue scrolls. They are all garbage. But I do have the ability to get 3, so for those of you guys who haven't done it yet or haven't actually looked into it yet, this is probably going to be 3 weeks out. Collection logs, clues, scroll cases. So this is where you can see what all this is. So minor easy clue scroll and a minor hard clue scroll. Minor easy means I've done over 100 easy clues. Hard means that I've done over 50. So let's see here if this actually shows. Yeah, so that officially I was right at 50. So that puts us up to 53 hards there. I've got 131 easies done. Got to get to 100 for the medium in order to get those up. And then again, it's 50 here for elite. I think it's 25 maybe for masters. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I love the new update. Hate that I said I'll get jack squat. But so it goes, man. This is RuneScape, baby. All right. So with that, we are about to hit this next milestone. Let's hand over the sword. No other commissions right now. That gives us level 80 smithing, man. Starting the week off with a big 10. 80 smithing, what does that get us? You can now make adamant battle axes, god sword blades. Ooh, love to see that. Enhanced crystal seeds. That's one thing we actually want to do real quick. And the eternal teleport crystals. I don't think we're ever getting that. But enhanced crystal seeds. So let's do that real quick. And then I was thinking, man, while we've got time, we'll work on this on the off time. But while we got time, we want to run Gauntlet. But you know, we also want to end up running Vorkath. So we can go ahead and upgrade that Vorkath backpack, if you will. So hopefully we don't have to go all the way to 15, but sorry, not 15, 50. But we'll see what it comes out to. Let's grab all these crystals here, pop those bad boys together, come back in here. We are going to get out of here for a little bit. Teleport to the house. We will come fill that up real quick because we're going to go to Vorkath in a little bit. Spirit tree. Riffinatus, and then we need to go find the closest singing bowl, which I think is going to be over here, actually, looking at the map here. Is there really only one singing bowl in this entire... Oh, no, there's 2. There's one way down there, too. I could have sworn there was more of these things around here. That's all right. I think we need to come down here to the singing bowl, and then hopefully we don't need anything extra. We didn't need it for the Bofus. I don't think we're going to need it for this. But these crystal seeds, crystal keys, enhanced crystal keys, that's even better here. What they're going to get us here is going to be a lot of extra loot whenever we go to open the chest. So we got all those done. That took a huge chunk out of our crystal shards, but that's okay. We will work those back up. I don't think I'm going to do this all the time, but if we can get the crystal acorns, then we'll be squared away. So let's, is it up the stairs we go? Open Elven, I think. Yes, it is. And then 14k is dropped on the ground here. I might, and another crystal key. I might not want to do this real quick. Hang on. How am I going to do this? Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? What happens if I drop? Yeah, nobody can steal that if I drop that. Coins, crystal key. Those hopefully will stay there in time. Otherwise, I'm going to kick myself in the freaking face for this. Those 2 was 78k by himself. So we'll just pop through these here real quick. Lots of goodies. See here, we're even getting crystal keys or crystal shards back. So that's not bad at all. Full crystal keys back. That's freaking nice. Keep popping, keep popping. Lots of loot half, man. Like, I swear that is all I get in this game, okay? See, now we're full, so let's go ahead and run back down again. We're just holding too many dang crystal keys, bro. But hey, that's a good thing to have. So far, we are at 13 opened, and in 13, it's 483k. So just within that, what, minute and a half, we hit all that money. Drop all these off. Gold ore, you love to see it. Let's go ahead and grab those other crystal keys real quick. Oh, I don't have that on. Where's replace that. Don't care about that. And then let's go pop open these last few. And then I don't think I'm going to keep doing them with the crystal shards just because we are trying to slowly get up those. But I thought it would be a fun test to run here. And just see how much money we can make off those. I think we had 25 total. There we go. Crystal acorns. That's really what we wanted to see. And those with ultra compost can give you a ton of crystal shards back. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's not noted. Why on earth would you not note that? That was a nice chunk right there. Just that alone was 102k of runite ore. Not that that makes it 102k for me, but still, you know what I'm saying? All right. Let's keep opening. Ooh, love the sharks. Another crystal key. Another crystal key. More sharks. There's a key half, which is nice, and a loop half. There we go, man. All right, so with 25, we just made 1.5 mil. So this is your public service announcement. If you have the ability to come out here, it is much better to do 25 keys that are enhanced than it is the other way around. Yeah, dude, that was a victory right there, boys. That was a victory. 1.05 mil. Love to see it. I am feeling confident on this one here. So we are going to give this a shot here. It worked pretty well when he was nerfed. Now we're going to try to do it when he's not nerfed. So let's turn off this because we got to remember that. He's going to walk in. We don't have the super extended, so we're just using your regular anti-fires. We're good on super restores. Got our ranging potion. We got super anti-potions because I don't want to, our poisons, because I don't want to waste the anti-venoms. We'll see how that goes. It may be something where we just go thieve and get a bunch of strange fruit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Cast Crumble Undead, so we should be good there. And then a ton of food, and then some quick teleports. So we're going to give this a run here just a second. We are going to start it off with Elite Void. It doesn't have much defense, so we might back out of the Elite Void and just see. But trial runs, man. That's all you can do sometimes. So let's pop in and see how we do. All right, fun fact. We ate through so much food. All right, so if you were going to rock this out with the crystal bow, don't wear Elite Void. There's not enough defense protection on these bad boys, so stick with the range. He's definitely a lot stronger. Other than that, it really wasn't bad, but he shot a lot of range crap at me, as a matter of fact. And so that was a huge hit on me, man. What am I looking for here? Carol's leather skirt was the one that's already used. There we go. Would be great to have full Carol's, but we don't have that yet. So hit that up there. And our Barrow's gloves, and then that should bring us back to the status quo here real quick. Oh, and a helmet. We need a helmet. Don't think I have... What is that? I don't think I have the Carol's helmet either yet. Bro, I really should go back and do that. All right. Huey hats. All right. Let's get some food and try again. Okay. I think this might be one of those things that you actually got to do with a crossbow, or have it when you get full, what do you call it? Full crystal armor. So maybe we'll hold off on the Vorkath method that way, and we will do it with just the crossbow and the bolts. Alright, so we are working on Scotizo here. I am trying to figure out, for this combat achievement, how we splash him using these little chompas. But no matter how I line them up, it is not doing. I probably should watch a video on this. Ooh, I am not praying anything. That is not good. I probably need to look up, because now he's hitting me with freaking melee. Yeah, I don't know about this. We're gonna kill him. I probably need to look up a video on how the heck we shoot this guy with Chinchompas to get that done. That makes 6 KC now. Okay, so we got another 2 chests coming in, and that is Armadillo D'hide boots. That's new on the collection log. And then just a bunch of junk there. But I wonder what those come out to be in there. That's a 682k, man. That is not bad whatsoever if you have a grand exchange to sell them on. So just another pair of D-high boots to add into the collection there right next to the ancients. So it'll come in handy at some point, I'm sure. Ballista limbs coming in for the collection over at Demonic Gorillas. Moving on up. Well, we are continuing on with a little bit more of the smithing grind as we kind of loop in a bunch of stuff here, not just focusing on one thing, but we're coming up on our next level here. So we were 7 experience away from 82 smithing. So 1 hit should do the trick. Maybe 2 hits should do the trick. There we go, 2 hits. That's 82 smithing, adamant kite shields, blade of Saldor. We don't have to boost going forward anymore for those things. So good progress going from here. And here we go with our next level, getting ready to come in as soon as we turn in this sword. This right here, let's turn that off, makes 83 smithing. So carry on. And now, as much as I thought I was going to keep going, I think we're going to stop with 83 smithing because we can boost from here. So for these Lumbridge Elite Diaries, we need 88. So we now have the ability that we can boost on up and get that. Now, if you watch the prequel to this, you're going to be able to see that we've already gotten this done. But we'll go ahead, do a little bit of boosting, and start working towards unlocking the Elite Lumbridge Diaries. Here it comes. We got our +5. We made it. It only took 12 times to get that right and had to restock a few times. But that takes out one more step and one less thing that we have to boost for here on this account. So let's go ahead and knock the rest of these out. Nothing needs to be boosted for. And let's finish this thing up. As soon as we get one of these logs to chop, we should be done. There we go. Alright, congratulations. We can now go over and see Haitius Conscientious. So let's teleport over to Lumbridge here real quick. Find where this dude is out here. There he goes. Dude, we are walking. We need to fix that. There we go. Talk to him. Get all this done. Perfect. Perfect. Now we can do our whatever it's called. But let's do this rub antique lamp. Let's go ahead and throw all this into herb lore. Boom, bam. 50k experience in herb lore. We're now level 74, man. Do antidote plus mix and divine ranging potions, which is awesome. But yeah, now we can high alch with that ring, and that was really what our goal was here, is the high alch, and then we can walk into all these fairy rings without needing whatever that thing's called. So stoked about that. We'll grab a couple extra rings here real quick now that I know that's a thing. All right, so we had a little bit of free time here, so we figured we would come on out here, do a little bit more of Guardians of the Rift for a minute. But I've been watching a bunch of videos, and some guys had reminded me that you can come in here and make multiple like combination runes, which will actually help on the Ironman, because I think that's really going to be the best way to get those. So we are doing it with the air rune method. I pulled this up here because I did just get 83 earlier, just didn't think to capture it, but another tick on the rune crafting ability there. But yeah, so we have got this loaded up with about 15k air runes that we're going to run with here. Probably need to start running up here too. Bunch of fire, water, and astral runes. Luckily, we do not have to worry about getting all of our pouches redone over and over again now that we have the redwood logs inside of our lantern. I think last time I was over here, I was actually grinding for that and then just was burnt out and didn't come back. So we've been running this for a little bit today, and we are going to try to keep this going here. So if you guys have not done the combination runes, it is super, super easy to do. So I'll give you guys a little run through here, but of course you want to get matched up on all these things. And I filled these pappies up, bro. And then of course, look, now we're going to have air runes here. So let's go grab some blood runes, and then I'll show you here in just a second. Classic, bro. We came here for long runes and of course blood runes, and then we get those back to back. But I was thinking, I don't know which one's the best to combine with, but I think the earth and air are going to be the best just for teleport homes. So I'll show this here to you real quick. So we're at 16 on the binding necklace. Come here, do magic imbue. Cast that, rotate over it, then use your air runes straight onto the altar here. Pop that open, air runes straight on the altar there. Pop that open, air runes straight on the altar there. Get these super cool little things. You get your dust runes there, and then if we come back over here, it took up 3 of them right there. So I don't know if it's really worth it for the last one, but I'm still running them all that way. I think, I don't know, you can make them pretty easily. So it's easy enough just to keep coming back and just keep sketching in, I guess. I don't know what the right word is there, but yeah, super easy to make these dust rune combinations. And I mean, you can see there, that was the first time doing any elemental in this run, and that was 180 off the rip. And I've done 2 runs of catalytic, and they're at 227. So it does make a huge difference on what you're going to get when it comes to your points value up there and everything like that. So definitely worth doing it if you can. Look at that, dude. This is the best run all day with these law runes lining up. Sidetrack. Definitely worth doing it if you can. Again, just Lunar Spellbook. Make sure you have that binding necklace on. I know a lot of people were talking about how they will go in and they'll keep an extra binding necklace. It's not necessary, because at the end of the day, you just use it, keep the space, in my opinion, and then keep running it from there. But yeah, if you haven't done these combination runes, dude, definitely hop on that. It's worth it. It's super easy. I was a little nervous to do it at first. It does help that I have gotten my lantern already with the redwood, so I'm not getting the deterioration. But it's still, even before then, you can get combination runes and then still cast what lunars you need and everything. So definitely have I mentioned you should be doing this. It's easy. And I guess the other thing, as I'm thinking about it, that I should mention, if you are doing this method, you want to make sure that before you go in there, right click while you're in the bank and hit lock. It'll be down here, but lock these air runes in there, so that way when you quick deposit everything, you don't freaking lose your air runes. That is the biggest thing that'll catch you off guard. And then you're stuck around, and again, not the end of the world, but if you want to do it right the first time, that makes it a heck of a lot easier to get done. There we go. Get some fire runes going in here. Get some more smokes. There you go. So I figured I'll give you a game-ending thing there. We ended up giving 5 elemental, and I only did 2 combination runes, and then 5 attuned. The rest of them were all there. 513, 442. So super easy. Again, yes, a little bit skewed because we have the lantern, and that helps out some, but you guys see. So we've got 82 total elemental and 73. So we're going to do some big pulls here real quick and have some fun with it right after this short pause. And we're back. Let's see what big pulls we're getting out of this thing. Oh, look, another Abyssal Lantern. Anybody want that thing? I don't think they're tradable, but I wonder if you can abandon those. Let's take a look here while this is going. You sell extra Abyssal Lanterns. Dude, I struggled so hard to get one. Doesn't seem to be anything else in the Rift. What do we get here? 586 law runes. That's actually what we wanted to see. Another 151 pearls. Scatter your ashes to the wind. Intricate pouch. What are we going to get there? 825 pure essence. That's what everybody wants. And more blood runes. So I'll tell you that, man. All right, listen. So we're getting ready to set up for fishing here real quick before we start doing some fishing. Before we start working on last week's video. But dude, here's the one thing. I've started working a little bit on farming jutes so I can get more seaweed spores. I did the math in order to get myself up to 93 crafting, which would then be able to get me the best Zenite with boost. I need to have 4.3k giant seaweed, which means I need a lot more seaweed spores. So the jutes are going to get me there, and just go like drift net fishing, I guess. I think that's how Brian got all his in the past. So we're going to work towards that. But while I was planning all these jutes and having to run to Alderaan, I forgot. Now that I have the Elite Diary done over here for Lumbridge right there, I no longer need all of these Draymond staffs. So here is the joyous moment where we just get to drop all these onto the ground and not ever worry about having a Draymond staff again. So we can literally go run over here into our house. We can equip the dragon stabby thingy, harpoon. There you go. And come over here, configure. we are going to, what is this called? Ramaja Gnome Glider. And teleport over without the need of a Drayman staff, which is why we did all that in the first place. But super stoked to have that done. And I guess it's only fair that before we get started, we left this thing off last time being extremely close to our next level. So, here in the next 3 fish, 2 fish, ooh, where's 1 fish? Get ready for level 80 fishing, coming in hot. You can now catch Infernal Ears and more Ulrich. Just a little update here, but we have 87 Black Demons left on our task here. I don't remember the last time I did one of these little updates. So, collection log, other. Nope, not Champions Challenge. Where's these dudes? Close experiments. 499. We are 1 more away, and I'm getting tired. So we're gonna do 1 more KC for the night. See if we can get that Z night. But we are dying out here waiting for our first Z night. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. That is yet another freaking burning claw. Let's go to our collection log here real quick. Other. They're going down to, where they're down here, Tormented Demons. 523 KC. 5 burning claws. 0 tormented synapses. What the flying freak is going on right now, dude? Unbelievable. Okay, so we are going to end it for the night here. We'll go ahead and pack back up all of our stuff, so that way we can keep running in with all of the, what do you call them? Goodness gracious, I can't even think of it. I'm going to keep trying to get more and more seaweed, stack that stuff up. But yeah, man, that is absolutely wild now. We are just not having a freaking good go of it at all. We are out of charges in the arc light. I was going to do the bow first, but we're not doing that because the arc light just freaking dies too much, man, with as much of these demon tasks as we're getting. So we need to get that ember light rolling. But yeah, like, I don't know. Absolutely insane. I don't think I showed it before either, but same thing is going down right now as well with our Lowe's experiments. 586 now. Still no Z-Night charge yet on those things. Starting to put together our first, what are these things called? Crossbows. But really, we want the heavy crossbow. I don't want the light one. So we're still working towards what we're getting there. But again, trying to get Z-Nights. We're going dry. Me and demons, we don't agree apparently. Which doesn't give me hope for Yama. Like, we're not close to Yama. But you see what I'm dealing with? They just don't add up.